My girl's in the next room. Sometimes I wish she was you. Howdy, folks. I know I haven't made a video in a while, so that's what I'm gonna do right now. I got a video camera, it's rolling. I'm gonna say stuff, and it's gonna be a video. Oh my gosh. I'm not gonna say anything about Lonely Girl, although it seems like everyone has, except to say that crazy people, get over yourselves. I mean, it's like emo kid, but better. So, yeah, whatever. But one thing I can tell you about is this crazy nightmare I had, night before last. I don't know. I didn't get a lot of sleep that night. And, yeah, that's attractive. All of a sudden I was in the cul-de-sac where my house is, where my parents' house is, and I was talking to my friend Wendy on the phone, and I was walking across the street towards my house, and there was a guy in the front yard that I didn't know, and he was like picking up the newspaper off our yard, and I was like, okay, and so he was like, hey, is this your newspaper? And I'm like, yeah. It's like, huh, that's funny, it's mine now. And just like picked up the newspaper and started walking away, and I'm like, okay. I wasn't gonna make a big deal out of it. I thought it was kind of strange that he was taking the newspaper and he was being kind of like antagonistic about it. And what happened next? Oh yeah, I was just gonna go inside, and Wendy was like, you should call the cops. And I'm like, why? It's just a newspaper. I don't care. And she was like, well, you're going to go tell him that he can't have the paper? And I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm like, you should call the cops. I'm like, whatever. So I start walking up the driveway, and by the time I get to the garage, I'm kind of getting weirded out, because I'm like, what is this guy doing? So I turn around, and he's standing there at the edge of the driveway. And at this point, I start to kind of freak out, because I know that he's like going to come after me. So he starts to come up the driveway, and I run into the garage, which is completely empty. There's no cars, nothing there, even though our garage is full of crap. The garage is completely empty, and it's stupid to run into the garage because it's not even connected to the house. But I run into the garage, and I run through the other door to the garage. I try and close the garage door, but it won't close. Like, I press the button, it goes down, it comes back up, and he's still coming up the driveway. So I'm like, ah, and so I run, and I shut the back gate, and then I run into the house, and I shut the back door, and he's like right behind me, so I have to lean against the door to shut it and lock it. But I know that he's about to break in anyway, so I run through the house, and I'm like, well, I can't like run upstairs because that's stupid, and we don't even have any phones upstairs. So I run through the house, I run out the front door, and I'm running to the neighbor's house. And sorry, I don't want my camera to die, but I'm running to the neighbor's house, and I'm really hoping that their back door is unlocked, because if it is unlocked, then I'm safe. I can go in their house and I'll be fine. If it's locked, then I'm just kind of standing there, because they don't have a back gate or anything, and I would just be like standing in their driveway, and I know that he knows I went out the front door, so he's going to be coming after me any second. So as I'm running across their driveway to the neighbor's house, I wake up. I'm freaking out, right? But I didn't wake up right away. As I'm waking up, the dream rewinds itself. So I'm running, across the front yard, across the driveway, trying to get to the neighbor's house, and I wake up, and the dream rewinds itself back to where I'm standing in my driveway, and he's coming up the driveway, and it starts to replay, but this time it's different. This time, I go into the garage doesn't shut, he's still coming up the driveway. I go out the back side of the garage, and I go to shut the back gate, but he's already there. He's faster this time, and he's already gotten to the gate before I can shut it, so he pulls the gate open, and he's standing there, and he has a gun. And he didn't have a gun the first time, he has a gun this time, and he's standing there, and he's pointing it at me, and there's nothing that I can do. And at this point, I have my cell phone on me, because I was talking to Wendy, and he gets the cell phone somehow. Like, he grabs it out of my hand, or I drop it, and he picks it up. And so he has the phone, and he starts talking to Wendy, and he tells her that he's about to kill me. And then I wake up. For real. All the way. With no more rewinding and replaying of the dream. So, freaky, right? Like, and when I woke up all the way, I, was like, fuck, what, whoa, yeah. I mean, I wasn't scared anymore after that because, I knew it was a dream. So I'm okay with that, but, I mean, it was not a good feeling. I was kind of shaken. Anyway, that's my nightmare story. I hope you enjoyed it, or, I guess I don't really hope you, whatever. Good night. It's really good to hear your voice, saying my name, it sounds so sweet. Hey, Sammy, are you chewing on Mama's water bill? Are you chewing on Mama's water bill? What a cutie.